Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you my secrets on how to effectively use rapport building with buyers and sellers on the phone. This is much needed because so many times I've found students and buyers avoid this technique altogether. Many new investors operate more like a robot or a machine. They get on the phone, talk about the facts, and get off the phone. But they're just not concerned with building relationships with the seller. Now, first of all, understand that if you're working locally, this is an absolute must. You don't buy a home locally without spending a little bit of time with the people. And if you don't start that rapport building process with them over the phone, there's a good chance you're not going to have much success with them in a live presentation. Now, I understand some people do all wholesale type properties without connecting with the seller. But I was taught something one time many years ago when I ran a small shop. Over the years, I've tried many ways to make a living until I found real estate. It was always an adventure. At that time, I had a shop selling products, and I had a dear friend that had a much more successful business than I did. He took me aside and he said, "Listen, there are 3 reasons why people will buy something from you. One is they need it. So there's a need, maybe an urgency, or a void in the market for that. So they may come to you because they need it. Number 2, they may not need something, but you have something they want and when they want it. But the last one, the last reason why people buy from you trumps all other reasons. They don't just need it and want it, but they buy from you for the first time or repeatedly because they like you." Now, let's say they need it, but they don't like you. Well, they're going to go somewhere else. And let's say they want it, but they don't like you. They will also go somewhere else. Unless it's absolutely an emergency and no one else is there. If they don't like you, they won't buy from you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in real estate, it's the same way. There's always competition. You're not the only one calling these sellers, but you can gain the upper hand if you have the ability to build rapport with people. This can elevate you much higher as an investor that people want to work with. We're not talking about false rapport as in being fake. I'm talking about building good rapport and being authentic with people. Being authentic is what connects you with people in society. It could be different activities you like to do. It can be a passion you have in this world or in this life that connects you with other breathing, living people. It could be your hobby or the social events like getting involved with church or school events or sporting events, and the list can go on and on. So it's important to know who you are and what you like to do so you can convey that as a genuine person, that authentic you. All right, so we have those things in place. You find common ground on the phone, but now you need to have the ability to build rapport. There are a number of different ways you can build rapport, but here's number 1. The first thing you must learn to do is you need to learn to listen. And I'll say it this way. People feel confident with people that will take time to listen to them. They're more comfortable if you seem interested in what they're saying. They can sense value in what you're conveying to them when they feel important, and they also feel connected to a person that values them. So my first lesson when you're on the phone is take some time and listen while having that conversation. For example, "Tell me a little bit about your house now," or "Where are you moving? May I ask why you've decided to sell?" And then sit back, take time to listen to what they have to say. Then you can use what they say to create connections in your own life. Here's another way I move into the rapport building section of the conversation. After I listen to their story, now it's time for me to add in another very important part of my rapport building process. I tell them a short version of my story. I say, "Let me tell you a little bit about who I am. And the reason why I tell you a little bit about who I am is because of all these things that I'm involved in and the children that I have and the people that know me in the community that I live in. As a local real estate investor, I'm not interested in just making money on your home, walking away and getting a great price, making a lot of money and then forgetting about you. The reason why I say that is I want this to work for you as much as it does for me. But more importantly, my children know that I'm an investor. My church members know that I'm an investor. Everybody that knows me locally, they know I'm an investor. And it would not do well to my reputation to be someone that takes advantage of you and offer you a price that may be so ridiculous that it would hurt my reputation. So I want you to know that I'd love to buy your home, but it has to work for you. If it doesn't work for you, it's not a win for you. Then obviously it's not going to be a win for me. So we need to find out what is a win for you, and then I will end the call this way. Because of who I am, I want to get off this phone with a smile on my face, and I don't mean a greedy smile. When I get off this phone, I want to know that if I buy your house, I want you to like me. And if I don't buy your house, I especially want you to like me. Then I will add in other things into the conversation, such as, if I don't buy your home, maybe I can offer you some advice, lead you in the right direction to help you sell your home, because obviously you want to sell your home. And if I'm not the buyer, I'm not finished. I want to help you find a new home or help you find a buyer for your home, for your current home. Ladies and gentlemen, letting people know that you care about them, you care about your reputation, you care about what other people think about you. And again, back to the number one fact, you care about their situation of their home, wanting to sell it. That is so important in the rapport building process. Also, let me add another important takeaway. You don't have to be like anyone else. You do not need to create a false story. You don't need to have and build a fake rapport. You just need to be authentic. The authentic you that cares about others and building a relationship with them to buy their house. Again, if they like you, it will make more sense to them to sell their house to you, even if someone else comes along and gives them the same offer. They'll say yes to whoever they like best. You get that, don't you? I'm hoping that you can take this little piece of advice and add it to the scripts that we have. Building your confident calling experience to negotiate over the phone, understanding how to answer rebuttals in a conversation without offending your seller. It's all a part of your building yourself and setting yourself up for a good future working in real estate. Again, my name's Clayton Massey, and I've had a wonderful life in real estate, and we just want to pay it forward. Okay, so if you have any questions, click on the link you see below. Let's get on the phone call and let us help you build your rapport and connect with people moving forward. God bless and success.